Alright, good. I'm gonna fuck you up.
What? Oh, sorry. Mistook you out there.
Alright, there we go. We're gonna share that shit. Don't worry. It's going down.
Alright, we good.
Alright, we're live everywhere. We live, baby.
That's right? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Cause I'm like mad confused. The video, I'm like, yo, why am I going slow? I'm still looking at my phone.
You know you're gonna sound like an idiot, right?
Yeah.
Alright, back.
As long as you know. We're gonna share on Twitter.
Oh shit! I red barred again. My bad.
Yeah, because you're an asshole.
You know what?
Can I start a watch party? I've never done that.
If you want, I didn't use it yet either, but
you just click in and you invite people to watch it with you, or you put it in groups or stuff.
Usually I just do a regular share, so anybody online.
I'm just doing a watch party.
I never done it. Yeah, go ahead. See what I do.
Your watch party is about to begin. Oh, beer. Oh.
Oh, then maybe people were talking there too. If they jump in, so you're gonna have to pay attention to that chat. Man.
I am not.
I regret this already.
All right, good. Start it up.
We're gonna get this blind motherfucker a minute.
Oh.
You back? You back?
I'm back.
Okay. You make sure to share it and stuff. We're good.
Hey, we're good.
Okay. All right. So this is my my guy Luigi. What's going on? How's your week been going?
It's been going good.
I'm gonna start a real super light with these questions.
For real.
We're gonna ease you into the dirty shit. No.
It's been going good.
Yeah.
Real good.
Okay. Yeah, but you know, since the last time I seen you, it's been quite a while.
When was the last time we seen each other?
My dude, when was the last time we seen each other? You want to try and throw it at me?
Oh, my bad.
I don't know.
I think it was Danvers. It was the last time we seen each other.
Probably something like that. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. But you know, on both sides, you know, even on my end, you know, there can be effort to put forward to change that. You know
I mean, look at you now.
What happened?
Podcast.
Yeah. You know, we out here trying, but look at what you done.
I know. No, you.
We're trying, but
you know,
like I said,
we're both trying.
Let's not take away from where you've gone with the journey that you've decided to take from what you started at before. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's a thing to be proud of. Was that me? No.
I think.
This?
Oh yeah, it was. No.
All
right. So, basically, you want to give them a rundown of. Hold on. How was your day today? I don't want to just forget about you.
I took a nap.
Oh shit! Go ahead, girl.
Mm-hmm. And I cleaned, so.
Oh, there you go. Good, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to give them a little rundown about yourself? You know, because I mean, I've known you since we were like kids, basically.
Exactly. There was a fence in between us.
Yeah. He's like, Mom.
Yeah.
Mom, Javi's over there with the black kids. I don't want to go. Don't make me go.
I think it was because my mom was like mad strict, so she was like, "Yeah, you're not going. Everyone else can go, but except for you." But I was like, "All right." Cool.
He's just sitting there looking over the fence.
Yeah, I was looking over the fence, and you guys were like, "Yo, come play." I'm like, "Nah."
What are you guys doing? But yeah. So you give him a rundown of who you are and what you got, like going up to where you're at now, like you know, and like starting like with the you know, your basketball in general and things like that. You know, I give them a rundown on that.
So yeah, I mean, I've been playing basketball now for close to like 13 years, I think, around there. I started when I was 14, so it was just like more so like I just like I don't know. I kind of just liked it because it was just like year round rather than baseball. So then
by the way, he is Dominican, so that's why he mentioned baseball. It's not racist if it's true.
So I mean, I started with baseball because like that's basically, you know, what I was brought into.
Okay.
But as time progressed, I feel like I just fell in love more with basketball again, since it was like year round. And with baseball, you got to be able to like practice with someone else.
I got you. I got you. Yeah.
And basketball is like you can just type it into YouTube, like what are some basketball drills? Just go do it.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I was just doing from like 14 to 15. But I wasn't really that good, and I was still going through like puberty. So like I just didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand why everyone else was quicker.
What's
than me.
going on with my body?
So I was a lot slower than everybody. So I kind of consider myself like a late bloomer compared to everybody else.
I got it.
That's like in my position. Yeah. So as like time progressed, like obviously I went through puberty. I was able to grow a little bit more. But in that
your balls dropped. Your voice got deeper.
I think.
I think.
But nah, I mean like after that. I think that's when I started seeing like a huge progression from where I once was to like 17. But throughout that time, I was cut several times from like Chelsea High, so I really didn't get to like experience playing like high school basketball. Yeah, I didn't even
I never knew that. What the hell?
Yeah, so I got cut my freshman, sophomore, and then my senior. I only played JV, my junior. But as a junior, like that's like real bad, and I only averaged 1 point. So like my whole high school career, I've only like really played like a certain amount of minutes and only scored. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, and it's not a shot at anybody else, but personally playing with you and knowing how you kind of just work, that surprises me.
It does, cause like at the same time, there's like a lot of people that just didn't like see what I was trying to do, so I used it more as like fuel to like the fire.
I'm just saying, just the way that the flow of an offense would go. You know what I mean, where it's like there's times where you'll take the back seat, but like you do, you look for the pass first.
Yeah.
Or there's times where someone will say take over and you're able to do it. And there's guys that I know personally that played on Chelsea High in the same position you would play.
Yeah.
That it kind of don't make sense that they was on it and you weren't.
They sucked.
No, not that they sucked. It was just like no, it's not that they suck because they can ball. I'm just saying like it's just kind of like knowing the way you kind of when you play. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Maybe it's.
I think I just looked at it from like a different perspective because like I kind of had to understand like other people's positions as well. Yeah. And if I wanted to be able to like win games and make sure everybody was eating, I gotta make sure everyone else is doing what they're supposed to. So I know especially if I'm playing with a bunch of other scorers, then I know I gotta be able to take the back seat and make sure that they're getting what they're supposed to.
One thing I will say all the time is on fast breaks, this motherfucker don't pick his head up. I always be like, yo, motherfuckers out, and you just all like, my bad. You be dribbling, you like, yo, my bad.
But I think that's why, because like I watch too much like Westbrook highlights. So I'll be thinking in my head, I'm like, all right,
yeah, but
I'll go.
That's fine. That's fine. Like, just go off. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm talking about like a pickup game, so it really didn't weigh as much as later. You know what I mean? Like, or a high school game where it's like your record counts. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, like for me, I enjoyed. It was like like those 2 summers or whatever we were playing basketball, pretty heavy, and. And I can attest to putting in the training with you for the little bit that I did. My jump shot got a lot better and things like that. You know what I mean? And it was like all small shit you told me, like we're bringing my elbow in a little more or stay at the forehead when I release, shit like that. Where it was kind of like I went from a driving player to I shot more. You know what I mean? And I remember one game, and it's a friend of ours that we both know. I remember in like a month, it was like a month or 2 of me like kind of like on and off hanging out and chilling with them and playing with them almost every day. Where I went from, he got no shot, leave him out there, to oh shit, I'm uptight, and I was oh shit, like but this person was also with us those days that we would practice, you know what I mean? He's just like 6'1". Did I give it away? Yeah. Okay.
Well, I thought that was him.
He's like him, not like me. Okay.
Are you not with it?
I'm mad lost.
Okay.
Mad lost.
You want to just mouth it to him off camera so he can know? You just fucking said it.
No, I didn't. They didn't hear me. My mic was down.
No, whatever. You with it? No, you're blind as shit.
I am very.
Just text him.
Anyways, yeah. So it was like that was kind of like to me. I was like, wow, like it was cool to see like the work that we did put in kind of paid off. Even though it was like I said, pickup games and things like that. I was like, just taking the direction. I was like, all right, Luigi and Montel and Carlos, you guys are both all giving me
pointers.
And I was like, all right, just take it for what it was and things like that. And I ended up, finding more of a balance in my game rather than always just trying to like run through somebody or jump over them. You know what I mean? So, and that's why whenever we played guard together, we offset each other pretty well. Mm-hmm. And I that's why I always said when we play pickup games, I'm like, yo, try and grab the same 5. Yeah. Because we all kind of knew each other's playing style.
Already.
You know what I mean? And you know.
I think especially have like another guard. It's not like I don't want to take away the other guard's shine. Especially I just want to make the other guard better. If I'm making the other guard better, then it's making my game better as well.
And you always had that mentality every time we play. Is looking for the pass first, which is fine. Like you know that helps the offense just flow a little easier. But well, as you guys can see now, it's gonna be more on the we're gonna be talking about the sports side of things because you know my guy over here has gone from, as you see, playing basketball and stuff to elevating other people's games on his own. Has his own training regimen that he does and offers packages for people, which I urge you guys to check out if you're into basketball or any kind of sport like that. I mean, even if it's just training to get in shape. He also has his own agency, which is taking off, and he's doing his thing. And I can't say nothing, but I'm proud of the motherfucker for what he's done so far. And we're just gonna talk about that kind of stuff today. It's gonna be more on the spotlight kind of deal. So let's get into the training regimen when you first started off figuring out I need to do this to be able to maintain the whole game. Yeah. And things like that. Like, what was your thought process to getting into that part of it?
Like training myself or training other people?
Both. Yeah.
So the whole like training myself is because like I felt everybody was better than me, and at the same time I felt like I had to prove something since everyone was already playing, and again my job already got cut several times. So
what did that feel like? Like you knew you were better than those guys, or you had
of course I did, but it was just more of a confidence thing that like kind of like stopped me from being who I was. So like once I seen that, I was just like, all right, cool. Like I didn't make the team this year or the next. So I was just like, I know there's something I can control. So the ending result can be a lot better. So it was mainly just figuring out what I like to do.
Did you feel the high school basketball team kind of had a favorite system kind of deal?
I didn't understand it. I didn't even know that was going on. I just thought like I wanted to try out and that was it. So that's why like people now tell me like, yo, it's
so
like.
So looking back now, do you feel that there was some sort of favoritism for certain people?
Maybe, but I feel like I could have controlled some certain things that could have changed that.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have
I'm saying like if for certain people or whatever that you knew should have made the team and they didn't, how do you explain that?
I mean, I don't really want to like down them because I know they put the work in themselves, so I can't be like, yo, like nah, like yo. I mean, they put in the work themselves, and I was one of those people that was just kind of like just like basketball, so I can understand why they made it over me. But I felt like I had like a better work ethic, had the grades, stuff like that.
Too nice.
Yeah.
Too nice.
Nah.
On the court, you're like, I'm gonna eat this nigga up. I'm about to eat this nigga up. But yeah. So. Excuse me?
I'll be there with me.
Yeah. Alright, I don't know what you're saying. So yeah, with the training regimen, when you were training yourself, it was to kind of close the gap that you felt might have been there, right?
Yeah, so just like making sure, like reassuring that like everything that I was doing was actually gonna get me better.
Okay.
So I looked up a lot of things and just like started studying. So once I was able to make my own training regimen, then I felt like I could work out my friends. Okay. So like 16, 17, like my friends were working out me, I was working them out. And that's how I kind of got like a better understanding of what it was to actually get people better and myself better. Okay. So that's where it kind of like was there, like, okay, like I kind of do this. But at the same time, I was more focused on just like myself rather than trying to get other people better.
At the time.
So this was like 16 through like 18.
Yeah, and at that time, you're still figuring out who you are as a person. You're still learning your body. Like you said, you're going through whatever growth spurts and things like that. So it makes sense for you to be focused or more intrigued on yourself at the time rather than helping others.
Yeah.
So when did you feel like it clicked where you were kind of, all right, so I understand me.
Yeah.
So now let me understand the position of what I'm gonna be playing on the court.
Cause I feel like my role as a point guard, I feel like I gotta be an extension of the coach. So that itself, I just felt like I needed to be more vocal and just be more of a leader. And that those attributes there just pushed me to actually teach people. Cause there was things that like people seen I did. They're like, yo, how do you do that? And I'll go ahead and pull them to the side like, yo, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
So then that like right there was kind of like, all right, cool. Like if I could put in my own workout regimen and I'm kind of teaching people at the same time, if I put it together, I can be like a little trainer or something.
Yeah.
But it didn't really like pop off until the trip out in El Salvador that I had in 2018.
Let's go into that. So
that was crazy.
What was that about? I remember you going and you was like, I'm gonna miss you and all that when you messaged me and all that shit. And then you like kept crying and stuff. I'm like, bro, just enjoy your trip, live your life. And so when that was like, what was that like? What was that experience like?
It was crazy because it was like, I think it was May 20th. I was supposed to leave. So when I got the message, it was May 19th at like night.
Oh shit!
And then I was at prom. Yeah, so I was like kind of drunk. It was.
You was drunk at prom, Luigi?
Yeah, I was very drunk.
Seriously?
Yes. Very.
we don't condone underage drinking, people.
So.
What?
No, I know.
I'm like, that shit just went out, bro.
Oh.
Oh shit! And then you go and knock it. Seriously? You falling apart.
Me?
You just fucking slid into it. Oh, if only you guys could. That's probably the problem.
Shut up. I was taking care of our kid.
Oh, here we go. See, this is that shit. Wow. Run while you can, guys. Run. Yeah, so.
Yeah, so like I was
at prom.
And then
being
I got
a delinquent.
So like the agent I was working with at the time like hit me up with like the whole roster. I'm looking at this like, yo, what? Like, what are you saying? Like, and at the time I had lost my job at the airport, so I was like bouncing from job to job. So I really didn't have like that much money.
Okay.
And I like I sat my girl down like, yo, like this could actually be
take a step,
yeah. But the money that we had saved together was for the trip. So once she graduated, we're gonna go on vacation. And then like when I showed her, I'm like, yo, like don't even worry about it. Let's just focus on this. She's like, nah, like go do it. Take the money from the vacation and just do it.
Yeah.
I was just like, nah, like I can't do it. Like don't worry. Like
that's
she's like,
huge.
nah.
That's big.
And it's because like she obviously understood everything, years prior from me doing everything.
Yeah.
So she was like, just go out and do it. So then the next day, hopped on the plane.
That's big. That speaks volume into like her act, like where she's at with it with you. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Everybody need to go try and find that ride or die.
Yeah, yeah. So
but so how difficult was it to actually do that part? Like be like, I'm not only gonna leave you right now, and go into this journey that I don't know where it's gonna go for right now, to family and all that shit too. Where they're like, oh yeah, he's in his room. Nah, this nigga's on the flight.
Nah, it was more so like like my girl was more so like she was supportive. She was like, go for it, go kill it, like go do your thing. So I was like, all right, cool. So I understood your piece, but again, she knew everything from the jump. Like I want to do this. She was 100% like on it. Like let's do this. Like I'm gonna be behind you. Then my family, like my dad is like the more lenient one, so he was just like, word, like you just go do it.
Go, papa.
Yeah. My mom was the one that was like having a heart attack. And then especially it being in El Salvador, she's like, oh, it's one of the most dangerous countries in the world. Like you're about to die, this and that.
Yeah,
So I kind of had to lie to her and tell like I'm going to Costa Rica, which is like a couple countries down. Yeah, hello.
Sorry, mom.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, yeah, don't worry. Like I first came, I presented it to her. She's like, you're not going. I'm like, nah, it's a mistake. I'm going to Costa Rica. Like I thought about it on the.
She saw that it said whatever.
Yeah, she's like, you're not going. So then like there was like a mini argument. My dad was like trying to calm her down. Yeah, like yo, relax.
Let him go.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. My brother's like, yo, let him go. And then I thought about it. I was like, yo, actually, there was a mistake. I'm going to Costa Rica. She's like, oh, if it's Costa Rica, then it's fine. I was like, word. So then,
next thing you know, in the morning,
I'm out.
Yeah.
So then it was kind of weird because I've never I've been to like the Caribbean, but not like Mexico. So like the plane did this weird ass shit. So like when I left from Houston to Texas, the plane did so. I swear to God, I thought I was gonna die. Like the plane. Yeah, some just. I looked at Carlos. Carlos looked at me. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Yeah, I was like, I don't know about this one, bro.
We about to die. I love you, bro.
Even when we landed, it was kind of creepy because it was like dark, and then like another thing, like that airport only receives like a certain amount of flights, and then it just like shuts down after that. Like I was like, yo, like, what? And ours was the last flight.
Oh,
and then there's like mad people outside like waiting, like it looked like it looked like crazy.
Waiting for family or something? Like,
are you sure you waiting for family or like what's going on?
Oh, their flight didn't make it. Oh damn, and then walk away. Like,
yeah. I don't know. And like some of them didn't even look like they were waiting for family, so it was kind of weird.
They're trying to catch a thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like,
them. They don't belong here. But so how was the journey, or how was the experience in El
was
Salvador, Costa Rica. How was that?
That was crazy itself, because like being there is such a small country, so they don't. It's like they're very unfortunate, so they don't have a lot of things. So us being there was like the closest thing to them seeing like an NBA game live. Yeah,
Okay.
so like they bum rushed us in a bunch of places, wanting pictures, autographs. Like mine is my first time ever signing an autograph or taking a picture with someone.
Yeah.
So that shit was insane. Like exactly. Like every day,
Yeah, they're like, what's your name? Loubuckets.
Yeah.
Loubuckets.
Exactly. Asking for Instagram, stuff like that. So it was pretty cool to experience that itself.
So when you guys were there, what kind of things did you guys do? Did you do any kind of no?
No, it was like we were here for business only.
Oh, okay, wow.
We practiced 3 times a day in the game.
Shit.
But they ran us like hard body, like a track workout, and go on the court, eat, back on the court, eat, back on the court, sleep, and go play.
Wow.
And then it would be a long travel, so the game would probably be like 4 hours away. So it was a grind for like the whole week. I remember like texting my girl like, I can't do this shit. I'm tired.
I ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. But I mean, it was more so just like getting off the plane and then doing that. The atmosphere is different. It's a lot hotter. The air's thinner. The water's different. Obviously, like the seasoning and the food is different. So all of that plays a part in
Spanish, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that was a lot.
What you think about it? How was it?
Overall,
The food.
it was great.
Yeah.
Like $20 can like feed you for like a good 2 days type of thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So that was
like good eating too, huh?
Like good, like real good.
Oh shit.
Like I remember we ate and then it was like $30 in between like 8 people. It was not that crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, crazy. So it was pretty cool to see that. Like where I could come down here with mad money and be low key rich.
Live like a king.
Yeah, exactly. So it was pretty cool.
So when you were in your off time, what little bit of off time you probably had, did you guys like travel the country at all? Or?
Yeah, I mean like we went to like the mall. Like I kind of already see the mall.
So y'all did like the regular shit you do here?
Like mall. With like I think the high school was the craziest part.
What, you guys went to high school for what reason? Like to play? Or?
Nah, they were like I remember I was coming down. So like I was getting water, and the agent at the time was like, "Yo, like let's get in the car." I'm like, "Yo, what? Where am I?" And like the other players too, like, "Yo, let's get in the car."
Hurry, huh?
Yeah, I was like, "Whoa."
Who's coming?
Yeah. I was sat there like, "Yo, what the hell's going on?" So like when we got in the car, like we arrived at this high school, like, "Yo, there's about like over 400 kids that are expecting you guys." I'm like, "What?"
Holy shit, nah, that's crazy.
So then when we got there, bro, like it was I've never seen so many kids in my life.
Wow.
Excited though, like excited to see us.
Eyes wide open.
Like, yeah, exactly.
So what did you play for exactly? What was the team and the organization?
So the organization was Ops, so it was On Purpose Sports Set, but I'm no longer signed with them.
Okay.
But it was agent at the time, Damian Harper. So I was signed to him and his agency, and it was mostly just getting different players from different states to come together to play as one team and represent the U.S.
Oh, that's cool. And so you would play against other teams of a similar.
Yeah, so other pro teams in El Salvador. So El Salvador has 2 divisions. There's a minor league and the major league. So we played different teams from different leagues.
How'd you guys do?
The first game we kind of underestimated them because they look very small. We're like, they're Spanish. They probably don't know how to play basketball. Nah, they fucked us up, bro. They fucked us up.
We got this. Ooh,
yeah,
shit. Oh,
yeah.
These motherfuckers are serious.
Yeah. They left, right, crossover, footwork. You go. So, but after that, we kind of got the swing of things. Built more chemistry. So after that, it was just a smooth run.
Are you still in contact with some of the guys that you played with?
Oh yeah, I still am.
That's cool. And then like you said, they were from different states all around.
Yeah, so that kind of like was.
Can somebody stay with me in the bathroom and play?
All right, Kaylee.
Relax.
Too much information.
She's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get back to the trip itself. So you were out there for
7 days.
7 days.
And on my birthday, like it was like leading into my birthday.
Training 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Or practicing, and then a game the next morning or afternoon, I would assume.
Like at night, and then like we'll go eat dinner. Like in between, taking pictures and talking and trying to get everyone.
Really no self time.
There was really no self time or sleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, so you literally there for business then, just
strictly
balling the whole time. So
take
when
pictures.
Time to go.
Yeah.
Back in the plane.
Yeah, back in the plane.
Stateside.
Yeah,
or back in the United
back
States.
home.
Or here. Okay, so getting back, what happened with furthering the journey with this agency?
So actually, like, I didn't really know much about like the industry itself, like the professional industry.
Yeah.
But mind you, I've known him for a very long time, so I built a great relationship with him. But since I really didn't know what was going on behind scenes, he had like scammed me and a bunch of other people. But that had prolonged, obviously. It just didn't happen in El Salvador. It was happening in the time through El Salvador and into like October of 2018. So I kind of like knew what was going on. I didn't know what was going on at the time, but I kind of got like a hint of everything in October. Then I parted ways from him.
So we're talking monetary wise, or like what's like when you say the you didn't know what was going on, you didn't know like.
Nah, it was just more so like I just.
Everything?
So I signed a contract with them. It was just like, okay, cool. I signed a contract, cool. Like let's get this going. I didn't know like what was going on behind scenes. Like, yo, swing me $150 for this. I was like, all right, cool. Like, you're my agent here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, swing me like $200 for this. Oh, cool. Like, you're my agent. I didn't know what exactly that money was going to, and so I kind of put 2 and 2 together when he had sent us the DR. And DR, I was actually supposed to be playing, and also one of the coaches was supposed to be playing too. And we landed DR, and like the coach wasn't there. Like, apparently he just didn't want to go, or no, he just didn't go. Like, I forgot what had happened. He just didn't show up.
Yeah.
But mind you, that coach had got scammed himself as well. So it was just like, all right, I didn't know he got scammed at the time, but I just know he wasn't going for a certain reason. So the agent was like, yo, you got a coach. I'm like, yo, I've never coached before, so like I don't even know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here to play. He's like, nah, you got a coach. I'm like,
go dribble the ball, guys.
yeah, exactly. And mind you, I don't.
Let's run this way and then run that way.
Yeah, and talking about what we talked about before, like the having like that phobia thing.
Yes. Public speaking.
Yeah, so I couldn't really like huddle people up and be like, let's do this now type of thing. I couldn't do it.
I don't know y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know how we gonna function
Yeah.
as a unit.
But I mean, I had like my family there too. Like, my uncle's a coach as well, so he was kind of like,
cool. So you had someone of
walking,
anger or someone.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But even there, like the language barrier, like he would tell me something, and the guy's like, yo, what?
Why, you don't speak Spanish?
No, I do, but like they were trying to understand what he was trying to say to me. You know?
Gotcha. Yeah.
But at the same time, like there was the guys that were there with us, including Carlos as well. Like he had like told us like the certain price for the tour, like we had to pay out of our own pocket.
Oh,
and
wow.
he actually had took like some of the guys, like actually not even some of the guys, like everyone's money basically. So when we all got down there, we didn't even have like money, so I had to pay out of my pocket, not knowing what was going on again. So like when I had called them, like we kind of got like an argument type of thing.
Oh, okay.
And then I kind of got a gist of what was going on when that argument happened. When I was like, yo, I just came out of pocket for everything. Everyone's telling me you have the money. And then he's like, what are you talking about type of thing. And then when I hung up the phone, I was like, okay, now I know what I got to do. So I had to stretch $200 in 7 days while coaching and taking care of everybody else. But I made it happen.
You know, clearly, I mean, you guys came back from DR, so I assume everything was okay.
Yeah, everything's good.
We ate, but whatever.
Nah. Like, I made sure like everybody was good. Like everyone ate like properly every single day. Enough meals. They got ice. Did laundry. You know, and even my family like chipped in.
That's what I was gonna say. Like the lucky part is that you had some family there.
Yeah, because if it wasn't that, then I would have.
You guys would have been like, yo, all right, motherfuckers, we about to camp out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So.
Yeah, that's crazy though to see that story. I mean, I think in this situation, like now that it's all said and done, because in the shits, I know you was not trying to talk. You weren't trying to have that shit. But now that it's done, like you said, you learn from it.
Yeah,
and you seen where it's coming. Now, in the moments when you just kind of felt like you noticed what it was.
Yeah.
What was your like? Cause I mean, like I'm sure the other guys probably had like suspicions and stuff.
They did, but they didn't really say anything yet, and neither did they like kind of believe what was going on.
Yeah, who would want to believe it in the moments of like,
yeah,
oh shit, I'm not home.
Yeah.
Like I'm not where I can go find someone to help me get whatever the fuck I need. That oh shit, now we out here on our own basically.
Yeah.
You know. So like what you guys were supposed to have like hotel rooms and shit set up?
So like all that was set up. So once I paid, everything was set, like food, hotel. Once I paid out on my card, thinking that he was gonna pay me back because he had the money.
So you didn't even get reimbursed for the shit?
Nah, nothing. That's
even
why
to
I said
moment?
nah, even not even to this moment. So once I paid everything was set. So
okay.
Guys were like, "Word!" Like they didn't know what was going on. So the guys were like, "Yeah, we're about to hoop." You know, and I organized everything enough that they didn't know what was going on.
Okay.
So once I hung up the phone with him, and like I seen what was going on, I just put it in my head like these guys are not from the country. let me make this memorable for them.
Yep.
And at the same time,
So
give them like
you were showing out at DR.
I
You
had
was
to.
like,
I
we
had
about to go over here to this spot that I know because I've been here.
Yeah, so they had fun. They had fun.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, man. I mean, so for you to be able to take the situation
and make it better,
and make it a good time overall for them.
knowing like in the back of my head, like I only got 200 stretch. I'm
you
just
sitting
make
here
sure.
like, yo, y'all motherfuckers better enjoy this shit.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee tomorrow's food. No, I'm kidding. But as long as you got they walked away with a positive experience. You know what I mean?
Wonderful too.
And you walked away with a learning experience.
Of course.
And so with that being said, like, let's segue into what you do now.
Yeah.
Now you are running your own agency, and I'm sure you took what happened to you, and you're
big time
definitely using that as somewhat of a ground, like to keep yourself like, I don't want to go that way or whatever it is. Yeah. So you want to walk them through like what you're doing now and what accomplishments you've already fulfilled in what, maybe under a year?
Not like basically a year.
You know what I'm saying?
So like with that experience itself, like it just taught me a lot about like how the actual industry works, because he wasn't just the only one that was doing. There's a bunch of other people that still do it to this day. Yeah. And it's funny that there's a lot of people that still work with him that reach out to me, and then I express my story to them, let them know how it is, and also explain to them how everything works.
So with the contract signing, you did that on your own with a lawyer or no lawyer?
With the contract signing, my own?
Yeah.
So that's
with him when you signed.
So he had already got everything. So like again, I didn't know what was going on. So I was just like, all right, my name goes here. Like cool.
Yeah. Let's go.
Show me the money.
Play basketball.
Yeah. Exactly.
Show me the money. Did you eventually end up getting a hand? Like, did you get a chance to like check through the contract at all after? Or?
He read through it, but there was so many big words, and mind you, he had worked this out like for 2 hours. So I was just like not even paying attention.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of big ass. I was just like, wait, yeah.
He's like, so basically, I just need you to sign here.
I was just like,
cool. So I can play basketball now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So
yeah. So you never actually really got on your own your hands on the contract to see.
Actually, I did, but like I was just so mad at the moment. I just tore it up. I was like, I'm not even doing this, because at the same time, when like shit went down, like after the trip, like I confronted him about it. I'm like, yo, like I know what's going on. He's just like, all right, you were never part of what was going on. Just this is it for us. I was like, what are you talking about? You owe me money, type of thing.
Yeah, of course.
And then like he just wasn't having it, type of thing. And at the same time, there was 3 guys that I grew up with. Mm-hmm. That like were signed to the agency, and mind you, being in DR, you don't have a lot, so that to them was like the biggest thing. Yeah. To then,
were they seeing anything out of that on their end? Like, were they getting money or anything?
They just were getting an opportunity to go play somewhere else.
They weren't.
No, they were.
Oh, so they would go over.
Yeah, from DR. Imagine like they don't have anything, so they're like, oh, word, like we're about to go overseas. To then finding out that like that dude wasn't even legit was like, damn, like all right, like what's next now?
Yeah. So with these contracts that he had people signing, now I don't want to keep
of course
bashing on it, but I do have questions about it. The contracts that he had people signing, was there a monetary gain on his end? Was he making money off of people playing?
Yes. Well, he was.
And the players weren't seeing any of it.
The players weren't even seeing anything.
Okay.
And at the same time, we were also throwing money for like player profiles that he was creating to put on his website. Like other random stuff.
Were you seeing anything out of that?
No. So once Salvador happened,
yep,
I didn't come home with an offer from May 2018 to December 2018. Okay. In December, I got my own offer because my uncle's a coach in DR, so it was more so like I got it on my own.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, I really don't need
working with this guy then. Yeah.
Of course, but mind you, I was thinking like he was gonna take me to the top from Salvador. I'm like, word, like this is everything I wanted. Let's go.
Yeah, of course. Like you had aspirations and you trusted in someone that you
known for a long time.
You built a rapport with the guy.
5 years.
So you knew him. You knew him. You know what I mean? So I mean, on that end, it's kind of I can see where it's like, fuck, like you're not just I'm not just some random dude. Like I know you. But when you got the offer from DR, were you able to take that offer, or you still had to go through him?
Nah, so like when the whole DR tour happened in October, when I had a coach after that, I came back home and some players had interest. So I had told them, but mind you, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm only thinking as a player. So I did everything I had to do.
So for you, this is what I'm getting from what we talked about. Yeah. From the origin of your agency is based off of a chance happening in DR where you kind of had to take over the ship. And then now you are starting your own
Yeah.
and running with it,
Yeah.
learning on the fly.
Because I had to do it within 7 days, learning how to coach and talk to coaches and
Yeah.
talk to like other reporters and shit. I was just like,
That's crazy.
you know, so
Holy shit. Yeah. So talk about the offer with Dion.
Actually going back to like when I found out
Mhm.
about everything, I came back home. My uncle had told me like, hey, teams are pulling out because you guys came too late, and they already had their players selected already. So you guys kind of came at a good timing, but not a good time because the players that they have, they already signed. So maybe looking into doing it next year.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, I hit up the agent. Once I landed, my uncle had told me that. So once I landed, I hit up the agent like, yo, like shit's not gonna go through. So mind you, I already knew he already took everyone's money. I didn't have any money.
And he knew his time, so he knew the timing too.
Yeah.
So he knew like you guys were technically on the later side of it.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
So then once we landed and stuff, you know, mind you, successful tour, brought by me, coach handled everything, stretched $200. Even my mom sent me money just to make sure shit was going through.
Yeah.
And I told my mom like, don't worry, I'm gonna get the money back because the agent's gonna pay me for coaching and for what I was doing, and that was agreed upon before but at the time that I landed and the coach.
At this time, how old were you?
I was 21.
So
22, sorry, 22.
That's still super young. And this guy is around the same age, or?
Nah, he's just a little older, just a tad bit older.
Hey, where you know him from?
So I met him. He was actually my trainer since 18. So I built a great relationship with him. Yeah. To the point where I was like, I can trust you like with my life.
So where are you guys standing now?
Nah, we don't
stand at all.
It's like if I were to see him, I would talk to him. Yeah. But I have like the slightest respect for him because obviously he did do something good for me, opening my eyes to something. Yeah. So, but at the same time, like I want to, look to even have a friendship. And this is not saying it in a bad way. Like let's bang out. I know what happened. You know what I'm saying. I don't want to go forward with
In this point, or at this point.
Yeah.
All I have to go off of what you put in front of me.
Yeah.
In this situation, you left me high and dry, and in the end, you still did not make things right in the sense of just making sure I'm whole money wise. Yeah. If you do that, maybe we could fix whatever. Exactly. At the same time, you did put me in a very dangerous and hard situation where I ended up in a position where I wasn't qualified to be in the sense where at the time the coaching things like you said.
And mind you, these are professional teams too, so they're looking at us like, yo, so you the coach, right? Like, yeah, like, huh? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you see, it says coach, motherfucker.
Exactly. So that's basically how it was.
Yeah. So you go and you have a successful time in DR with the guys. You guys
on the fly.
You guys end up playing and whatnot?
Yeah, we played. We did everything we had to do. Everything that was scheduled.
Yeah, but your obligations and things all were done.
All taken care of.
Yeah, so all the pictures and everything with people.
Pictures.
And you had to orchestrate all that, like make it happen. What about transportation and shit?
All of that was orchestrated, but again, I had to make it happen because I didn't have that much money because he had took like half of it. Yeah. So like the money that was supposed to like go into, mind you, like there was supposed to be money left over so we can go like to the beach and like pools and stuff. Yeah. But like again, I had to ask my mom for money so I can orchestrate that as well. So at that time, like I made it stretch enough to be able to do those things.
Well, listen here, guys. You got a fucking accountant too if you need it. You know what I'm saying? This guy is the jack of all trades: accountant, coach. He'll represent you. Be a public speaker.
Oh, you popular.
Hold on.
Okay.
Give me a second. Yeah. You want to just talk about when you got back and starting up the agency, and you just run off that question.
Great.
Yep. Go ahead, Luigi. Oh damn.
It kind of.
Why did you slam the door?
I don't know, but
So your agency?
Oh, what was that? Because we were just talking about something before.
He just asked you about transportation and.
Oh, so yeah, just like going back to like the story. So like I had to like stretch the money out. For like a whole 7 days. So then like when I got back, like that agent had thought like it was something different that had happened. So when the whole money situation happened, he had like basically scammed us. I like try to put it behind me. I was like, yo, do you think you can just fly me out to Vegas? Because there was like a combine / showcase tryout that he was holding. So I was like, yo, we could put all this behind. I know what you did. Just put this all behind us. just fly me out of Vegas, and that would just compensate for everything.
Yeah.
He wasn't even trying to do that. So when I seen that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go my own way.
Yeah.
So this is in October of 2018. So I was like, I just went my own way, and I did my own thing. So then my uncle had called me in December. He's like, yo, come down. You know, you can play, whatever. So that was my real like first like pro experience in December.
That's crazy.
With my uncle. But mind you, like before that, like I had to orchestrate a bunch of other things. Whole headache. And mind you, I didn't even have a job at the time, so I don't even know why I was like pulling out money out of.
That's how it is though. When you're at like your lowest, or you feel you're at your lowest, the best things happen.
Yeah, of course. I see it to this day. Like I'm thankful for it. I don't look back and I'm like, damn, I regret that. I felt like it happened for a reason.
Yeah, you learn from it.
Of course. So that was like the best experience for me moving forward, and I feel like I'm able to like actually work under pressure. Cause after that all that happened, I was like, damn, like I think I can really just do anything at this point.
But that's probably, you know, he doesn't believe that, but I believe everything happens for a reason, and
of course.
You probably had to learn that you could do it. Like, on your own, when you didn't need nobody.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
No, hello.
Sorry, guys. I had a message, but yeah, don't get awkward. Go ahead, carry on.
Oh, so I was, just saying, once that had happened, I tried to get him to reimburse me.
Yeah.
There was like a tryout / combine in Vegas. I was like, yo, we can put the whole situation behind us if you
get us out there.
If you just get us to Vegas. So now I'm back home. He's like, nah, I'm not trying to do that. So I wrote him like, professional email. I'm part of my own ways from the agency. I don't need your help. Type of thing.
Okay. So he was the representative of this agency, or the guy
he was like thing? Literally like the owner, representative, my agent. Like he was literally head honcho.
So
everything.
All right. So now at this point, you cut your ties with the agency, and now your next move is.
And mind you, I had no job, so I don't even know where I was pulling out money.
Oh shit! You're right.
So I had no job. So now in November.
Yep.
And this is even going out to Carlos too. Like me and Carlos are sitting at home, like shit. Like what are we supposed to do? We have no engine.
Yeah.
So then like that happened, and then my uncle had called me like, "Yo, there's a spot for a point guard on my team. You want to come down and play?" I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah! Like, what the hell?
Why not?"
So I went down, and that was like my real first professional experience.
How'd that go?
That shit was amazing. Cause I got to share like the court with the ex NBA player.
Which would be
his name. He has a weird name. I think it's like just.
I'll check on my phone. It's silent.
I'll tell you right now. But it was like kind of crazy because like that was like the most easiest 30 points I've ever seen anyone drop.
He did or you did? Oh,
he did. He dropped it on my head.
On you?
Like I kind of guarded him. When I guarded him,
he got him.
When I
was guarding him, I slowed him down a little bit.
Not even. I probably like breathed on him when he was like. I was like. But that right there was like, all right, like cool, like I think I am where I want to be. So
okay.
That shit was just mad fun. But then after that, coming back home.
So how long were you out there on this stint?
A month and a half. So it was pretty cool. It was just a great experience. My family got to. It was in the same city where my family's from, so like they could come to the games, but like a lot of times like, oh, like we'll go to the bar and watch you. Like, okay. Like,
so you was broadcasting on TV and everything.
Yeah, so like their local channel, there was a lot of people, but it was kind of crazy because there was so many people. Like people had like drums and like those like those thingies like the. And like those what are they called like in band like the
accordion?
Nah. It's like, the cymbals. Right thing you like clap mad loud?
Yeah, that shit was mad loud. They had like drums. Like crazy, like
just while like a
yo,
little ceremony before it started.
No, like during the game, like you shooting
shit.
Loud music, people talking. They had like a hype man, like it was crazy. Like when I got on the court, like I felt the energy on the floor.
And they speaking Spanish, right?
Luis Martinez. Like mad
Luigi
loud.
walks out all that.
People betting in the corner, like it was crazy.
Shit.
Yeah,
playing crap. Okay, so now you played your time in the Dominican Republic for a month.
Yeah.
This was all on your own because at this point you were no longer with the agency. And your coach, or you're a player or coach?
At this time, you can basically consider me a player / coach because I've coached already.
Yeah.
And I
Well, I mean, like, what was your part on this team? At
I
that
was
time?
playing.
Okay, so you were playing.
That was my real first like professional experience. Like that's it. Like I was sealed to go.
Okay, and then so after this, when it was done and whatnot, you come back
home, and then I grew such like a huge following from people. They're like, "Yo, train me." Like I don't know. Like how did you do this?
Yeah.
So then that's when like even before that, I was like training people here and there.
Yeah.
And
these were like local people that you knew from prior playing.
Yeah, like you know, kids are like younger than me, like train me, stuff like that. But at the same time, I wanted to be able to differentiate myself from everybody else. So I wanted to do like the fitness. So I was attracting a lot of females that wanted to work out because of my girl. So I was working on my girl because she had goals that she wanted to achieve as well. So just working her out, growing a following from that, and like just basketball training. So I already had the page 94 Feet Training already there.
That's plug. We will make sure to put all that at the end of the video and stuff. Where you make sure you follow him, his agency, follow his training page, and I'm sure you have like packages and stuff people can look at and whatnot, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So I mean, the guy's been doing his thing out here for a little bit, and he's growing pretty quickly. So when you talk about training the younger guys coming up, this was more so kind of at this point it was just because you could.
Yeah.
You want to like help because you felt you wanted to help. Now at any point, when like have you seen any people offering to like pay for the service or?
Yeah, like when I first started, like really training people, like not my girl.
Yeah.
I was only making like $5 to $10 a week, but I didn't have a job, so.
Yeah. So anything will help.
Yeah.
Point,
So I was just doing that. But then the person that had trained me before I had gone on to DR, Anthony Hodges, he's like my mentor as well. He's like, yo, you gotta like know your value as well. So you can't just be working people off for $5 to $10 a week. You gotta be able to make a living.
Yeah.
And I told my mom like I want to do it. She's like, all right, so you know you gotta reap what you sow. So if you're gonna make $5 to $10, that's what you can live off of. Don't ask me for anything. Not saying it in a bad way. You know?
No, but it's like,
you know, like
it's reality. You know. Yeah. So then So when did you start being able to make a little bit more off of it or change the price and figure out things like that?
When I decided I want to put 100% in. Because
So
I was like in and out.
So then you was like, I'm going in.
Because I know it's going to come right back.
And this is what I'm going to charge.
Yeah.
Okay, so now do your packages come at one flat rate?
So it all really depends. So for the kids that are like in Chelsea, it's really just $10 a session because I know where they're coming from. And if you can't do it, 100%. Like, for sure I'll do it for free, you know.
Yeah.
But like anyone, you know,
but
in
that's
Boston.
that's different. That's part of
sure,
giving
just
back.
cut them off.
Yeah, that's part of giving back, not knowing, not knowing your worth.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, that's no. I don't think it's where he was going when he just stated that. He was saying like if he can help, he will help.
No, I know.
But like the knowing your worth, same thing. He's still in the learning stages of everything and growing. You know what I mean? So, I think right now where you're at with the regimen, you kind of have your steady.
Yeah, so it's a lot steady.
Whatever.
Because then I started looking into like obviously you guys know who Nipsey Hussle is. So he used to shine shoes and he used to Nipsey Hussle, the one that got killed. The rapper.
You're such a liar.
Oh man.
He's all like the rapper.
So he used to shine shoes and he used to pride himself on making $100 a day. So once I seen that, I was like, I can do this with training. And like this whole past summer, I was just like, I gotta be able to make $100 a day.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of those videos you were posting of just working people out of gyms and stuff.
It was grueling.
So that one with the bag, shit was crazy. You seen that? The bag on the basketball. I don't want to get too much away, but that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
So and these things were just seen or thought of while you were.
Yeah, some of it was like creative, like things just just be fun and creative because I don't want to just be like that person like, oh, I'm just straight about business. I want to be able to have fun and, have people, challenge themselves as well. Yeah. To be able to do different things. Not just like, oh, let's just do fun drills. Like, nah. Like,
are most of your workouts now basketball related or it's also just fitness too?
I still do fitness, but now I'm getting so many people that like the fitness is kind of like just shied away almost.
So, all right. And at a point, do you feel like you're going to be overworked? Where you might need another person or two to help you out with what you're doing?
I feel like maybe it's gonna get to that point.
Growth-wise, yeah.
It might get to that point. I don't really know.
We hope it gets to that point, guys. Keep coming.
I hope it does. I hope it does. But from the looks of it right now, like speaking right now, was what I meant. Like I feel like I don't need it because I just have so much time on my. Well, I don't have all the time in the world, but
Right now
I'm able to do it. I'm
yeah.
able to handle it to the point where it's like, okay, I can be here, there.
Yeah.
Cancel here if I need it because I'm I gotta be over here for something.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So, when did you decide? Like you said, when you decided to go all in on the training and whatnot of people. When did you decide, or when did you start to get a little like inkling that you wanted to try the agency part of things? Like, what made you start? Oh, I can be that guy to make things happen for someone else.
Well, it was like November 2018 when me and Carlos were just like sitting at home, like, damn, like, what the hell are we supposed to do? Like, who has the answers? And then I looked at it like, all right, bro, like, don't worry, like, just get on my back, we good.
You're like, Jesus got the answers.
So I was like, nah, like, yeah, I think I could do this, bro. And he's like, I mean, if you do it, I trust you, especially him knowing me for such a long time. It's like, okay, I trust you enough to, know what you're doing. Yeah. So I was like, all right. So I kind of like looked into it, and it was just crazy, like all these like rules and all this crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
And like one of the biggest rules was like, yo, you can't be playing or coaching in order for you to get your FIBA license.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck that, I'm not getting my FIBA license. I'm not doing that. Like, nah, I'm gonna just do this the way I wanted to do it and help people. Yeah. And the way I'm gonna be able to gain enough respect is not getting a FIBA license. Like, it's just a piece of paper I'm paying for.
Do it on your own all the way through?
Yeah, just doing it on my own and being able to gain respect through my name. So when you hear my name, it's like, okay, like, we can trust him. He's legit. Not all you. Because even there's people that have a FIBA license to this day and still don't make the job actually happen or still scam me at the end of the day. So why is it that I got to go, and you have to go, like, to a different country to get, like, your license and stuff and pay, like, this outrageous amount of money? I'm not doing that. Like, I'm already, I seen what I could do on my own without it. Yeah. Like, why do I have to go out and do it? And I'm still playing, too. So it's just like, I still want to be able to play and still be able to help people.
So at this point with your agency, what's the process of, getting the player? So you get the player. Yeah. Are you working this player out yourself?
No. So a lot of them they're different, like not countries, different states. So they're not all physically in Boston.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So then you go from linking however you link, be it social media or knowing them or
so
word of mouth.
It's mostly just like through Instagram. So I do a lot of posts like on Instagram. So like I feel like a lot of people, and this is not like dumbing down a lot of people just go off like my success mostly. It's just like, oh, like they got someone signed. Let me just go hit him up because this is like, what's up? Like, nah, like there's a lot of people that genuinely hit me up on the side like, y'all want to work, and some people are like, oh, like, hey, I want to be able to I want to be able to like like see what's good with this, like if this is actually legit type of thing.
So what's your screening process in the sense of knowing like if you want to get behind a player and then help them with the agency part of things? Like you watch video or film of them playing or anything?
So
like, since you don't have that in front of you, like,
so I make sure like they're able to send me like their experience, whether it's college or pro. Okay. So I make sure that I'm able to see that, get an understanding of who they are, and then we create like a portfolio, resume, and that way we're able to market them a lot better than just be like, hey, Derek Johnson.
This guy plays basketball.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like like this is all one, file with all the information, so I don't have to keep sending you the same thing.
So are you learning their traits and stuff also through
just talking to them every single day and just looking at their videos and what they're doing,
And are you able to assess their skill set
off the top?
This motherfucker here.
Off the top, like I can already see like what you. Well, I don't want to be like, oh, you need help on this. It's like more so like I already know what you're good at.
I can see your strengths and your weaknesses. And then when you see the strengths and weaknesses, do you have that creative conversation with them, like the criticism and
of
like
course,
you do this good, but let's work on.
And then again, it gets into like how cutthroat the teams are. The teams are very, very cutthroat. So I'm very clear. Like when we're doing this, you got to make sure that you're busy, you're working out, you're doing everything you have to be doing. Yep. Because I'm not just gonna send you to a different country where they're investing in you and you're not, doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I just make it clear, like, yo, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right, and make sure that we're both working at the end. Like I'm doing my part, you're doing your part as well as a player.
And now when you're signing or like, walk me through a typical interaction with you and a team or whatever to try and sign them. What is the
so it's the last guy that got signed was Daniel Remis.
So how many guys you got signed total right now?
4. So
you've gotten 4 people signed already in the lifespan of the
9 months. Still
9
learning.
months, 4 people signed.
Yeah.
You gotta be, that has to be good numbers. Yeah. I mean I don't know a lot about it, but 9 months and you've gotten
with no license
work already. Yeah, that's what. So And this is all on your own.
Yeah, just really just learning.
And these guys, have you met any of them personally?
Yeah, all 4.
Oh, okay.
All
Wow.
4. So
that's really good.
Yeah.
And then so you have more than just he's just a person that I'm representing.
Yeah,
There's
it's
some
more than
stakes in
that.
the person.
Yeah.
Okay. So a typical conversation between you and an organization. Of
So it was mostly just like, you know, I wrote, so with Daniel it was kind of crazy. So I hit up because he's from Colombia, so I kind of try to match people to where they're from.
Okay.
Because it's a lot easier for them to play in that country.
Of course.
So then
And then who doesn't like the hometown?
Exactly.
Story, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly. So with Daniel, it was more so like I just, you know, wrote the team. I was like, hey, this is a player. You know, he has natives from Colombia. He has all his paperwork. This is his film and his resume. If you like him, you know, definitely contact me back and we could talk. You know, the team actually ended up offering me right there, like literally like 5 minutes after I wrote that.
He was like, yes.
I was like, oh shit. So they like I had offered him like an outrageous amount of money at that point. I was like, wait, what the hell? Like, and mind you, this is the first time I seen that amount of money. I'm like, yo, and I hit up Daniel. Daniel's mad excited, like, yo.
He's like, yes, sign it.
Yeah, I was like, let's do it. And then we were trying to go forward, and then they backed out.
Oh.
And then I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Hold on.
And
what?
so you know for a fact that this was that organization and everything.
It was, and it's crazy how, going back to that because they backed out, and then a couple of days later, like, yo, we want Daniel to come to this camp, and then that same team ended up signing him. So the same team that backed out ended up signing him.
Signing him solo or with you?
Signing him as a player,
but not through you.
So like, obviously, it was through me.
Okay.
It was through me, but it was, you know, like they signed Daniel himself.
So what did that
It
mean?
was like behind the scenes almost.
No, not behind the scenes. It was more so like they obviously knew him through me. If you get what I'm saying.
Oh, so they acted like they just made the move by themselves.
No.
That's kind of what I just got out of that.
Nah. Because I thought I was trying to answer your question. Like, wait, hold on. What do you?
So explain to me what did you mean by that then when you say that they signed him to the team?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're still his representative.
Yeah. Still.
Okay.
Yeah. Still.
Yeah. I didn't know if they were trying to do some like shady shit where undercutting like, oh, let's cut him out. And just get you. Okay. So now he's playing or he's signed with Colombia.
So a team out in Colombia, a league out in Colombia.
So they get that hometown.
That hometown rep. Yeah.
That's dope. And right now, what stage is he with them overall?
So
like he's doing camps and whatnot with them.
So he actually like literally once he went through the whole camp, he got signed at the end of the camp. He did like a little training, little like preseason because they're already training and practicing while he was at the camp. So once he got signed, he went, you know, did the whole practice and started. And then he's already four games
Focus
in.
on what you're saying, please.
He's already 4 games in. So he's been doing real good down there.
All right, cool. And
Sure.
and then the other 3 that you have signed, where are their general locations?
So Tyler Sherwell, he actually got signed in El Salvador.
Okay.
So he already did his time. He's back home actually, just trying to get stuff situated.
Okay.
But he got signed back in May. And he played with a team out in El Salvador and one of the top, and actually the lower league in El Salvador. He did his thing, and my partner, you know, someone else that's working with me.
Yeah.
That's also a co-founder of the agency. So I don't really do it by myself. I have my partner as well.
Yeah.
So he's also got signed through, you know, Excel.
Who got signed to Excel?
So my partner.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, and was he already part of the agency kind of deal? Or you guys
we kind of came together, you know, as a unit and like did everything together.
And on him, I wish we had him here.
I know.
I would have known. I would be like, yo, see if he come through too. So for him, did he have any prior experience to any kind of agency or being an agent
So
overall?
The coach that was supposed to go to DR, that was him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
he didn't go because he figured out what was going on.
Gotcha.
He didn't go.
So that's not only is your reasoning or whatever behind it like true and just, like you're doing it because you feel, you know, passionate about it, but it's also noble because you don't want to let what happened to you happen to others.
Yeah, and that was our main thing going into it.
Wow. So there's nothing but I have nothing but respect for this. It's like already I already liked it for you because like I could see that you really felt passionate enough behind it, but then even more now it's like you have a motive that kind of outshines the rest of.
Yeah, like I'm not.
I just don't want someone else in the same position that I
do
was
the same
in.
thing.
And then on top of it, you're helping better people's lives while doing that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question: what motivates you to do this overall?
Several things. I think it all comes down to my parents. My mom is actually retiring in the next year. She doesn't have like a retirement plan. Neither does my dad. So like, you know, I don't want them to like go through like this whole process where like they're just receiving checks and stuff like.
Yeah.
I want to be able to have them feel comfortable,
Yeah.
retired, you know.
Yeah.
And knowing like, okay, like he's doing something that he loves to do, but like, damn, he's actually, you know, able to give us something back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like them, you know, giving me the world, I want to be able to give them the world back as well.
My
And
God. He's a good guy.
as well as my girl, you know.
Yeah.
She's been, you know.
That's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to her first off for like, you know, she had you back in a moment where you were uncertain
Yeah.
in general. And
Yeah.
I mean, I can only imagine like when you had, we'll call it a setback with the sense of how it went in DR. I'm sure she was also like what the F's going on? You know what
Exactly.
I mean? So, but for her to stick it out with you, that shows,
So, from the jump.
you know,
Yeah.
she might like you at least.
Nah.
Just a little bit.
They might like you. Yeah. So the agency's been up and running for about 9 months now.
Yeah.
What are you seeing like traffic wise with people like talking or reaching out to you guys in the sense like even if it's training, like do you do with your agency, do you offer the training or the training thing is owned?
A lot of people be like, yo, people are crazy. Some people be like, yo, I'm gonna drive up from Florida just to train with you. I'm like, yo, hold on, hold on, bro.
Let me make sure I'm free, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy the amount of love I get from like random people. Like, yo, I'm gonna drive up there, like, you know, next week or something. I'm like, wait, hold on, like, yo, you gotta work, you know.
You sure?
You sure? Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I mean, I offer to the people that are very close. And it's like, yo, just come up, let's you know, let's get together, and it also just builds a better relationship because I'm able to see you physically.
Exactly.
You know, it's not like I'm just talking to you all the time on the phone. It's like, all right, I can, you know, do more than that,
No.
and obviously show you a different side. You know, not just, hey, like this player is interested in you. Like now, like, you know, I'm able to be a lot more transparent in helping you.
Yeah. So we're figuring out contracts and things like that. What was your motive or what was your medium of figuring out how to structure a contract or anything like that, or is it that like how did you learn the legal sense of things like that?
I'm still actually learning it, actually.
Okay.
So like my own contract is still being built, like for guys. So like just going through a lawyer, having to pay all those payments, like that's still on the hold.
Okay.
So right now it's mostly just like a lot of like word of mouth stuff.
No.
So really people are just putting their trust in me to be able to find them an opportunity. But just the credibility that I have already is just like, all right, cool. I'll just send you the money and let's do this
Yeah.
type of thing. So that right there just shows a lot about what people, you know, think of me. You know,
Exactly.
as a
And then
person.
for you to have signed 4 guys or got 4 guys already signed, I'm getting the signal off air that we need to knock this shot down. We will be taking this shot to hard work, dedication. This guy's pretty much the personification of that, and he's doing this all on his own. And you know, any of you people who want to get out there and do your own thing, it's possible. It's just like this guy did his.
Yeah.
Put your fucking feet down to the ground and just keep fucking moving.
Put trust in yourself.
Yeah, man, take that shot. Shut the fuck up. That was a shot at me.
Yeah.
It was a shot at you.
All right, clearly. But it's not about me. It's about.
It's a conversation.
It's not about
off
me.
air.
It's about this guy.
I'll have Luigi getting your at. Well, no,
Cheers.
alright.
Yeah, relax. Cheers to Luigi and his hard work and dedication. Oh, he's a drinker. Never mind. He squinted a little bit.
A little bit.
I thought he was gonna just like ride through it like this. Man, it's straight faced. Yeah, but I gotta commend you on that. Like you pour this. I'm saying. I gotta commend you on that. You was what? The drink start flowing. Doing this all on your own and stuff. And I mean, like, yeah, you in your situation, you had to you kind of got thrown to the wolves in a sense. You want to try this a little bit?
Nah.
You sure?
Not
So
going
this-
there. Hell no.
Do you want the other one? The firecracker ones over there, the red and blue bottle.
Yeah, that's Smirnoff. It's pretty good.
He doesn't want to mix.
We'll be fine. I don't work tomorrow.
Well, I'm drinking. I don't work tomorrow. So
Me either.
yeah, and the football.
I work tomorrow.
I gotta say, on my end, you inspired me and whatnot to do things that I've been kind of having on the back burner and stuff and whatnot. But like I said, I was telling you, like on our way here, I feel very passionate about this project, and it's something that I'm just gonna keep pushing forward with. There's obviously other things that I also want to do and I'm passionate about, but you know, money does come.
We will do.
Yeah, I mean, eventually we're gonna try and get the money up and whatnot for it, but it does take money. You know what I mean? And money will come with time. In your situation, you didn't have time. You just had what I got now is what I got, and you made
It happened.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like there's no way to knock that. You know what I mean? Like
I just look at it like this. Really, if you really want to do something, you just got to go through like the pros and cons. And that's actually someone that actually hit me up the other day. No, last night. It was a player where he was just like, yo, I think you can't do this shit. I was just like, remember how like a lot of people keep telling you you got to be able to sacrifice.
Yep.
This is that exact moment, and this is that part where you really have to like dig deep.
Yep.
And make sure you get everything you have to get done.
Do you feel like you be throwing out like movie lines and shit?
All the time, literally, like all day, every day.
Do you feel cheesy ever?
Huh?
You ever feel cheesy?
Nah, not no more. Before I used to be, oh my god, like now it's just.
I'm not gonna say this. I'm about to say this. I said this.
now I be coming up with my own stuff. It's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When the world gets you.
For real.
So I'm gonna ask you. Let's talk about. Because every time I've talked to you and seen you, you always had some sort of a project behind you that you were working on.
Yeah.
Be it like helping out, like set things up and things like that, being real organized and whatnot. Tell us tell us about your YouTube little like mini series or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like, cause I mean, it sounds like they're full length episodes, so it's
Yeah.
not. It's kind of just it's a series. You know what I mean? So like, kind of tell us about that, like the process of it, and walk us through what it is. First off, what's the name of it?
So it's Humble Beginnings.
Humble Beginnings. So yeah, you want to walk us through that?
So my guy Ronnie Gray, shout out to him, and my guy
Ronnie.
Trey, Trayvon. So Trey is actually the cameraman, so he's behind everything.
Okay.
So he's also a basketball player too, but he also does like the camera work as well.
That's pretty good.
So crazy.
Yeah.
So he does all of that. So he takes care of all of that. So whatever we're doing, like he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like whatever we're doing that day, he's gonna make sure he gets the best angles.
And so for you, this is just you running him through his training.
No, so this is really crazy because Ronnie had hit me up to the agency like looking for a representative, and he was going through his own situation where like people were trying to scam him. So when I was like, yo, let's meet up and like let me work you out because he's actually from Boston area. So we met, worked him out. He's like, yo, like this is like phenomenal, bro. Like you doing both things. I sat him down and I really just told him my whole story. Told me his story. He's like, yo, I would love for you to be a part of the documentary I'm trying to do. I'm like, yo, shit. Wow. He's like, but I actually started like a year ago. I never finished it, but I'm trying to get back into it, like, actually finish it. So what he had done was really just, get all the episodes from a year ago and put them all together. And, now we're going episode by episode, just telling his story and going through everything. So it's really just getting his story out and really just for motivational purposes. So I'm just like a piece of it.
Yeah. But even to be a part of something like
crazy.
that, it shows and for you to have your time needing to be in different places and your focus, that's big. It shows like the organization. Like I said before, every time I seen you and you were working on something, when you were there, you were dedicated to what you were working on. You know what I mean? So and that's huge. So why do you do all this other than the fact that you don't want things to happen to others and whatnot, and mentioning your family. Yeah. What else pushes you to like the agency part where it's like for me, like I said, I knew you as someone who played basketball. So for me, I thought your goal was to get to the league, and then when we had that conversation before, we was talking, and you said now I'm trying to do the agency part of things and all that stuff. Yeah. What else motivates you, and why is that or where you're at now? Why is that?
And even actually just touching back to my girl, because she's like a huge piece to the whole thing.
Oh, he's such a muffin.
Nah, for real. Like, she's really just like a huge piece to everything. Like, if she wasn't there with me, like, this whole process, I wouldn't be able to, like, get through it. Yeah, she's literally just in my ear, like, yo, you gotta be
like, give her a shout out.
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Shout out, baby girl.
Yeah. For real. Shout out to her, for real. Because, again, like, she's just a huge piece. Like, she's it really just holds me through everything else. So, if I didn't have that there, it's just like, I wouldn't be able to get through everything else. So having her as like my motivation is like one of the biggest things. Yeah. And then another thing was like, just like the money's cool, like great, the money's gonna come. Nice. Great. Yeah, it's great, but like it's really just a piece of paper if you really think about it.
Piece of paper
that
helps you eat and do fun things.
Yeah, of course. But like there's more to it than just money. So I started thinking about like, God forbid I die.
I mean, we don't gotta go that far. I'm with you.
What am I gonna be remembered as type of thing. They're gonna be like, oh, is he just a basketball player? Like,
Nope.
people.
I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna remember you as the Dominican kid with the big head. The Dominican kid with the big head.
So I know like that's like one of the biggest things I was thinking about. Like, what am I gonna be remembered as? So
that's
being able to help people is gonna be like a lasting memory for not for themselves but for their families and like their communities.
Yeah.
Like this person really genuinely helped me, like really taught me how to do everything I'm supposed to be doing. So that right there was just more than anything.
Yeah.
Like I actually have someone that you know I'm working with. He's actually fighting for his life against like one of the court systems in the United States. And me being the only person that believes in him is like, why not wake up and like go actually get this done?
So, are you able to touch on that, or you should just leave that alone?
Yeah, we should.
Which one?
Huh?
We should leave it alone.
Yeah,
or
leave
you
it
can
alone.
touch on
Yeah,
it? Okay,
nah,
we're gonna
we
leave
should-
that alone.
we should leave it alone.
Damn, that's like spicy, bro. What you doing? Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of the stuff behind this is obviously like through your own experiences. Did you pour that?
Huh?
Did
Oh
you?
no, I didn't.
No, pussy. So with don't feel pressured to
Nah.
drink. Don't feel pressured.
Nah, I'm
ever.
pouring because you poured too.
It don't
so,
matter.
like,
I'm living my life.
your best life.
No, just living my life. This is right. This is the reg. This is my best life. He pour half a shot.
It's clear,
No,
so
I
no
don't
one
care.
sees.
I'm
It's clear. It's clear.
You
It's
be fine,
clear.
you be fine. Shh, don't say that. Yeah. So, what with all this like envisioned? What are your end goals total? Like, what do you want to have set up in the sense of your organization or business?
Just being able to have like a solid circle of great people that actually want to grow. That's like the first thing. Like
And you mean that for people who are
the agency and the training.
Oh, okay.
Both actually.
And that's
So-
the people that eventually like will be working with you, or working like the guys that are
You know, just
representing.
I'm representing, and even eventually like with my partner, like other people that have the same vision as well.
Okay.
So that's probably like the first thing, and like the second thing is being able to turn like the training and the agency into like a clothing line. So I want to be able to like push that out. So one of my biggest goals was come out with shirts, but I was like, why am I gonna keep buying like Nike and like Adidas and putting my money to like different like actual like brands when I can just put my own money into my own thing and wear my own thing.
Okay.
And then I started thinking like, oh, maybe I should open up a store in Chelsea, and then expand it, into other different areas in Massachusetts.
What I would say, and like we were talking about this before, I don't know why we having all these great conversations on the fucking way here, but supporting your local businesses and people starting up. Even if they're only charging $5 to $10 for the shirt, go throw the $5 to $10 and show the support. You know what I mean? Even like right now, like we're still building, but I mean we have a concurrent following and whatnot that come on here, and like that's the thing. We're starting off small, just like he's starting off his agency and it caught the buzz and wave that it caught right now. But to show that you want to also branch out a little bit more and do your own clothing line, which would be a fashion line. It would be fashion. So you're going from fitness and training into a fashion sense. You know what I mean? Where it's like everybody who is on that fitness wave should also just rock with you and follow you through to the fashion. And it's more so than rather than just being like, I like this guy, this is my guy. No, show your support by also giving him the monetary gain instead of going to these other established businesses like Gucci and whatever else. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of the times we knock the local guy. You know what I mean?
Over the guy that's at top on the top, because even the guy the people that created Gucci were in that same position
at one point. Exactly, they're like, I want to start something up. You know what I mean? And it's like the people around you already seem to have believed in the product that you're putting out, be it the training or the agency part. So why not believe in the chance of giving you the shot of trying to start a clothing line or whatever? Yeah. Now, if you would do the clothing line, would you do it through with someone else? Like, do you already have like a connection of some sort?
My brother, Chris, he has like a visual just like a visual mindset. I feel like someone like him would just be like perfect for something like that. Yeah. Especially having like his own thing going on. I know he'll be able to come up with his own idea to also sell his ideas as well. So it's not just like Excel and 94 feet. It's like his stuff too. So it's like almost like going into a Macy's where you have a bunch of different brands that you can, like really purchase. Other than just one thing.
Yeah.
But just different things like socks, joggers.
Yeah. So you'd love to bring it all together.
All together. Not only for males, but also for females as well.
I never thought it would be only for males because you said you had worked your girls.
Yeah, of course.
As well. Worked her out in the gym. Let's relax.
Maybe in the bedroom.
No. We just talking just the gym. Hey, listen. Sorry. So yeah, man. I personally, I'm excited for what you got coming up. If I were to ask you what's next, what is your answer? And by next, I mean in the next 5 months total. Like, what do you see?
In the next 5 months,
what do you see?
A lot of progress.
Yeah.
I even see progress tomorrow. Like,
ooh. Yeah. Oh, this motherfucker good. Who? Where you come from? My mom and dad. Okay, so you just looking to see the progress. You just want to see the growth.
So December I'm going out to play again.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's cool. December what time? When? Where?
So I'm actually gonna be playing like on a tour with a friend of mine that I know. So I'm gonna be playing the 1st through the 15th. My season starts the 6th, but I'm trying to play somewhere else and get my name elsewhere other than the place I always play. And then go back to where I always play, and, continue on with the season.
Yeah. So with why we get a little lag spike there?
I don't know, but it made me nervous.
We should be alright. So with
in Dominican Republic, so that's about a couple hours away from the capital. So one of my friends is
what's
actually
the capital?
Santo Domingo.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah. So like,
carry on.
So he got his own thing going on, and he I actually hit him up. I'm like, you think I can
listen, man? I'm all for the entrepreneurship. I'm all for literally like even you just having a vision and a want of something to drive you to continue. That's the kind of stuff that I hope for and I push for everybody. And for me to had seen you in the earlier parts of like with the basketball and whatnot, to see you grow and like almost change direction. At first, I was like, "What happened?" I thought you maybe like injury or something. And then
a lot of people say that.
Now that I know, I'm like, this guy is driven strictly on morals and honest, like just like a noble cause of like, I've been through it and I don't want anyone else to go through it. And as many people as I can hear of who Luigi is. Now, are you religious at all?
Nah. I just believe in energy.
Maybe that's why we're friends. We're not knocking. So anything else with the like the working at the agency? Like, what do you like growth wise? What do you?
Just being able to help as many people as I can, because there's some people that be like, yo, I want the help, and like I've spoken to several people like, yo, I want the help, never hear from them again. See, I post something, someone gets signed or something, like, yo, like, yeah, let's do this. Won't hear from them again.
Like, all right, if we want to do it, gotta be consistent.
Yeah, of course.
On both ends.
So,
okay. Yeah.
Being able to help the people that really want to get helped, and that's why I say before, like, I want to be able to surround myself with a circle of people that genuinely want to work, because I'm putting my time and effort into it.
Yeah.
Same.
I want you to do the same on
exactly.
Your end.
So just around on it,
Oh. All right, that's the end of the podcast. I wouldn't put nothing like I wouldn't ask nothing like that, and if he's still in the middle of figuring it all out.
Nah,
because
all he had to say was yes or no. He didn't have to be like, yeah, it's a this and that. You know what I mean?
No, most of the time you put a question like that to somebody, you would want them, like, if he's not ready for it, you let him do it until he's ready to release. Just like when we work on a night. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's like bad sometimes, because like I'll be walking around Chelsea and there's so many properties that are abandoned. I'm like, yeah, I could just really just.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Open up something in that fucking.
Yeah. But and it gets worse and worse every day. I'm like, I'm about to just slide my card right now.
But then they want the fucking arm and a leg for that shit.
It's a lot. I know.
Chelsea's getting really expensive now, though.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're thinking about it, you could also try and do like a little pop-up shop.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Just
but it's one of those things where it's like,
if you're really down with it, you're really down with it. You'll show up and you'll spend.
I'll be there. Shit, I'll be there. I'll be there live, and I'll be on my. We're here live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
it's all about connections too. Like, you have to know people. Wow.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't say anything.
And actually, going back to the coaching thing, I'm also coaching right now too.
Oh, see, I didn't. I
Yeah.
thought the coaching thing stopped. So what do you elaborate on that? Like,
So
what's going on?
I'm coaching. I'm one of the assistant coaches for one of the ABA teams here in New England.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I've seen that.
Semi-pro team.
That's
And some of the guys that I work with are on that team too. So
oh
it's
shit.
pretty cool.
Oh, see, look at that. Look at that. You must feel like a proud papa.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. For real.
Yeah. Anything else you want to get out there, like to the general public, so they can know like what's going on, or?
I mean, I think I got it all out there.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, you got any I mean, I feel like you got a lot.
Oh man, Kaylee's diving around. All right. I think we're getting lag spikes. All right. So it's been a great conversation. I think it's for me. We got a lot of questions out there, and you answered them all, pretty much, pretty thoroughly. So I think we're gonna cut this one, and we'll make sure to keep in contact, and also throw another podcast soon.
Hell yeah.
So be a startup with you are. You know what I mean? And see Loubuckets is there. You can follow him on Instagram. That's your Instagram?
That's my Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram. You can follow us on all platforms. All that stuff's gonna be tagged in the bio. We're gonna knock down these shots for you guys. As we close out. You're not doing another one? Pussy.
I have one.
So this. Oh Jesus.
All right.
So this shot. You want to cheers? What are you cheering to?
To prosperity.
Prosperity.
Success.
I'm not religious. To prosperity and success. Good night.